lessons are very clear. The fulfillment of scripture is coming true, and we're expectantly waiting. The time is due. There's a change that is brewing, an urgent call. It's the same kind of feeling before you fall. It's a sense, it's an instinct, an inner voice. It's a test. Are you listening? Have you made your choice? There's a crossroad coming. Do you know your path? Are you lost and running? Do you fear the wrath? Don't you feel all the heaviness in the air? If it's real, are you ready? Is your soul prepared? There's a big thing coming and there's not much time. It's all been written by God's design. There's a plan and a purpose, it's all divine. If you're awake and you heard this, you know the signs. There's a big thing coming and there's not much time. It's all been written by God's design. There's a plan and a purpose, it's all divine. If you're awake and you heard this, you know the signs. Is your family equipped if the time has come? Would you have what you need or be scared and run? No matter where you are, no matter what you believe, there's a change that is coming, to that we agree. It's like we all seem to know that there's not much time before we reach the tipping point and we cross the line. We got one foot in the chasm of this growing crack. We're at the edge of the cliff and there's no turning back. There's a big thing coming and there's not much time. It's all been written by God's design. There's a plan and a purpose, it's all divine. If you're awake and you heard this, you know the signs. There's a big thing coming and there's not much time. It's all been written by God's design. There's a plan and a purpose, it's all divine. If you're awake and you heard this, you know the signs. With the labor pains growing, you can count the days. So many earthquakes, tornadoes, and tidal waves. It's the eve of destruction, the harvest's here. It's the reaping, but we will not live in fear. For our time of redemption is coming soon. By divine intervention, we'll see the truth arriving live and direct for all to view. If you haven't read the Bible, I pray you do. There's a big thing coming and there's not much time. It's all been written by God's design. There's a plan and a purpose, it's all divine. If you're awake and you heard this, you know the signs. There's a big thing coming and there's not much time. It's all been written by God's design. There's a plan and a purpose, it's all divine. If you're awake and you heard this, you know the signs. It's like time speeding up and it seems so fast. And while a month slips by, a year has passed. You hear the same kind of feeling all over the globe. Not sure just what it's revealing, but you're not alone. The same dreams that you're dreaming are all repeating. It seems that while we are sleeping, we're given meanings. And when it all goes down, there will be no doubt. From the east to the west, to the north and south, there's a big thing coming and there's not much time. It's all been written by God's design. There's a plan and a purpose, it's all divine. If you're awake and you heard this, you know the signs. There's a big thing coming and there's not much time. It's all been written by God's design. There's a plan and a purpose, it's all divine. If you're awake and you heard this, you know the signs.
Hail Fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, Midsummer sets us free.
Red cloaks, black robes, stolen bones. Welcome folks to a tour of the Bohemian Grove, a remote place 75 miles north of San Francisco. There's a private redwood forest reported to be a meeting place of the most powerful men on earth. 2 weeks out of the year they meet in seclusion, discussing who will be the next president and mastermind ideas to keep people in the dark about these illusions, confusing the mass populace with the idea that freedom still somehow exists, and making us think that we need elected puppets to control the things we simply cannot fix. The creation of false threats and controlled opposition they call terrorism, a mission to put America into submission under the thumb of Big Brother, who's come to protect us from evil Muslim terrorists and health threats, maintaining our protection by injecting us with drugs and taking naked pictures of us every time we fly out of airports. How many more lives will it take? How many more rights will be taken away in the name of safety and protection before we stand up and take side with the fact that we should be willing to fight to live lives without a fear of government intervention? A united shout in the midst of this darkness, pounding our fists in the jailhouse doors of this so-called democracy, while these rich fools get drunk and run around redwood trees, secretly burning human effigies. The so-called Republican right, the liberal left, and the moderates, many are involved in the worshiping of Molech and these evil deeds, and paying honor to pagan deities during their cremation of care ceremony. Okay, calm down. People are gonna think I'm crazy. Let me lay it out straight, because now I'm getting emotional, which is easy to do when it turns out the so-called leaders and movers and shakers that make our world go round actually do these things in secret. And to think that they've been getting away with this for over 100 years without us knowing it. That is, until now.